So I don't know if you know how important the GameCube was to my childhood.
We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
Time for the GameCube games. What is going on, guys? It's Camillo. So this is part 2 of games for Virtual Console on Nintendo Switch. If you haven't seen the first part of this series, Nintendo 64 games I want for Virtual Console, make sure you also check out that video. So the era of the GameCube is when I started to develop a lot of love for many Nintendo franchises. I remember getting my GameCube for Christmas one year. My grandpa actually bought me a GameCube, and Grandpa, you changed my life. Oh my God. That GameCube is actually, I still have the GameCube, but it's at my parents' house now, which is currently like 800 miles away, so I don't think I'll be able to get it for this video. And the GameCube is, I wouldn't say like the most forgotten console, but it's really, I think most people who really appreciate it are those Nintendo veterans, because I feel like around the era of the GameCube is when many people jumped ship onto PlayStation 2 and Xbox, because those consoles were a little bit more popular at the time. The GameCube couldn't really keep up with their success, but it does have an excellent catalog of games, and which I'm going to be going over some of those today that I would like to see on Nintendo Switch Virtual Console. And if there's one thing for Virtual Console I want, is GameCube games, because I do love this system so much, and there hasn't been GameCube yet on Virtual Console. So now onto the games. Again, this list isn't in any order, I just picked a random order. So the first game I'm going to talk about is, let's combine these, let's say Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. You were this little alien Olimar on a deserted planet, and your ship crashes, and you need to recollect all the parts of your ship that broke off so you can escape. And you enlist these little alien insects, I don't know, I guess, yeah, they're just Pikmin. It does let you explore these really cool alien worlds, and since you are the size of like a bug, and most of the enemies in the game are much, much larger than you, it does give that sense of adventure and danger in the game. I consider like your life bar in that game the number of Pikmin you have. So if you really want to do well in the game, you need to keep all your Pikmin together and keep them away from any monster that will eat you. I love collection games. So I really like throwing the Pikmin and having them collect all these pieces and having them bring them back to me. And it is a really cool strategy game, because you do have to be able to separate your Pikmin out and task them, or put them onto different tasks to get all of your parts back very efficiently. I think it would be really cool for Virtual Console, because they have redone those games in the Wii format, where you can control the game with a Wii remote and nunchuck. The Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons, they do really act like a Wii remote and nunchuck. So I would think it'd be really cool if they did bring back some games that had like that Wii style control. I'm actually really excited too for the new Hey Pikmin game on 3DS. It's gonna be cool this time because it's gonna be like a side scroller. So the second game would be Pokemon Colosseum. It's so cool because it's a Pokemon RPG, but it's on a console. So it did give you a look into what the future Pokemon holds once Pokemon did become 3D graphics like it did in Pokemon X and Y. It was sort of limited in the fact that you couldn't really catch Pokemon, you could only snag Pokemon, but that was a really cool feature of it. I really liked how you could transfer your Pokemon in between the Generation 3 games and Pokemon Colosseum. And there are actually, I believe it's in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness as well, there are certain move tutors in the game. And if you really want to, there are certain move sets that are only accessible by Pokemon Colosseum or XD Gale of Darkness. So I really want to eventually, I want to try and complete the game and then transfer all of my Pokemon to like the newest generation, because I think that'd be like really cool to see how these Pokemon came off of a GameCube and then they went on to a 3DS. Like, what? But yes, anyway, Pokemon Colosseum on Nintendo Switch. If this comes out before a regular Pokemon game, that'd be really cool, because it does give you a taste of what Pokemon on Nintendo Switch would be like, which would be amazing. Okay, moving on. We have the original Animal Crossing. As you can probably tell, like from my previous videos, I love Animal Crossing, and I first fell in love with Animal Crossing on the first version on the GameCube, and it was just so cool to play a game where you could just design your own house, you can interact with villagers, and it kind of gave you that sense of feeling like even though you are a kid, like you could have this like world where you felt like an adult and you can make decisions, and it gave you a lot of freedom in that sense. And most games I had played at that point in my life, you would play them to get excited or like do something exciting in the game, and Animal Crossing was always that kind of game where you would just want to play and just relax. The background music was always so relaxing. You could just go and catch fish and catch bugs and just do whatever you want. So yes, please give us Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch, the original version, because that would tie us over until an actual Animal Crossing game comes out. I am really hyped for that though. A real new Animal Crossing, gonna be sweet. Okay, number 4. I feel like this is on everybody's list. Super Mario Sunshine. Does anybody actually really remember those commercials?
The world of special place. Cherish life and never waste.
Because clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
Clean the sludge that's on the ground.
Because clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
Super Mario Sunshine, only for Nintendo GameCube.
Like, is this an ad for Super Mario Sunshine, or is this an EPA public service announcement? Now, I didn't play Super Mario 64 on Nintendo 64 during that era, so the first like true Mario platforming game I played was Super Mario Sunshine. I just thought it was amazing. I really liked how you had that backpack flood and you had to just clean all of Isle Delfino. Oh, and you can't forget about that spot on voice acting.
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
It had that really good feel of a sandbox game where you could just go out and explore Isle Delfino, and when you selected a shine sprite to collect, you would go into that world, but you didn't necessarily have to get that shine sprite. You could actually find another shine sprite that would be unlocked later. So it did really feel like you could explore in each individual level and do different things in that level, and it wasn't as streamlined as like Mario Galaxy where you went into a world and then you had to get that star to get the next star. And I'm so excited for Super Mario Odyssey. That's gonna be amazing on the Switch, and I feel like Odyssey is gonna be going back to the roots of Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64. Okay, the last game, which we definitely need on Switch Virtual Console, is Kirby Air Ride. I don't play many Kirby games, but this is like one of my favorites. It's Kirby, it's racing. What more can you ask for? All the tracks were like really cool, and it had some really cool power-ups, like off the top of my head I can remember like the electric hat, and then like there's one where you become like a bird or whatever. I believe this was the first GameCube game to support LAN play. If this does come to the Switch, playing Mario Kart on the Switch is amazing. The fact that you can do wireless multiplayer with a console version of a game is so cool. So if they were able to put Kirby Air Ride on Virtual Console and then somehow keep the multiplayer option to do wireless play, that would be pretty amazing. We need that, Nintendo. Please give it to us. Or if you really want to be nice to us, give us that Kirby Air Ride 2. We know you. Come on, Daddy Sakurai, give it to us, please. So those were 5 games for GameCube that I really want to see on Nintendo Switch Virtual Console. If you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. We are going to be continuing the series. I would do Game Boy games next, but honestly, when I was a kid, all I played was Pokemon on Game Boy. So we are going to skip right ahead to Nintendo DS next time. And I don't know if DS games are ever going to show up on Nintendo Virtual Console. I don't think they will. They have shown up on Wii U Virtual Console, but that was only because there were 2 screens available. But anyway, I love Nintendo DS, so next time we're going to talk about the favorite DS games. If you are new to my channel, think about hitting that subscribe button down below. Okay, I guess I will see you guys in the next video, so I'm going to send you out with a GameCube controller. I actually have GameCube controllers. So, Camillo, out. Ooh, that is clean. That is very hot. Very hot.